Hey, everybody. Welcome to another live uh, card reading for my YouTube subscriber marathon that's going on. I'm really excited about that, and hopefully, you guys are having a great day, a great night, wherever you're at in the world. Hope you're well. So, tell me how you're doing. Hi, Nikita. How are you doing tonight or today, wherever you're at? I'm doing very well, thank you. Just enjoying this beautiful, beautiful uh, just spirit. This new moon in Virgo that's coming up here in a couple hours. Beautiful, beautiful energy, very grounding. Yeah, yeah. So, good morning. Very glad. Thank you for joining me once again. I'm excited. I just put out another video earlier today for another giveaway for the Hedge of Peace and Light. There's also the giveaway that's out there right now for the 30-minute free uh, personal recorded videos. So, all that, there's a giveaway link down in the description box below if you want to check that out later. You can sign up for those and enter those drawings too. So, I'm excited. As always, I want to start off by pulling a guardian angel card here, and one popped out right away. And I love these here. And this is what it says, and I'll read it. And it says about the guardian angels, it says, "We each have at least one guardian angel who lovingly oversees all the events of our lives. Guardian angels are messengers of light whose divine mission is to protect and guide humanity along its sacred journey. Their love for each of us is unconditional. So, no matter what you do or don't do, you are always worthy of their love." I love that. I actually also found that we each have a guardian angel. That was when our soul was created, a guardian angel was created along with us, and they wanted to accompany us for our entire existence. And so we have this special bond with one guardian angel. We always have all these other guardian angels that will come in and out of our lives, and other angels and spirit guides and all that that come in and out, that are like specialists that come in for whatever, if we have certain things that are going on in our lives. And but we have one that's with us at all times, so I love that. Yes, Nikita, we will jump in, and we're going to get going on some readings here. So, you want to know if your parents change their behavior towards you and let you go on the trip with your friends in the coming weeks. Will they do that? What will they do? What will they do? Kind of feel like we want to pull from these Terra of the Divine, and we'll see what Spirit would like you to know. And I will also be going live on YouTube at noon Mountain Time, my time, which will probably be like 11 p.m. your time. um, but for everyone else that watches this video or has joined the room, so I'm going noon tomorrow and Sunday also, and then tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. On Instagram. All right. So, you got the Seven of Swords here. And swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the Seven of Swords is kind of known as the thief, the deceiver. And see how he's in danger. So this, basically, the message that comes with the Seven of Swords is there is this experience of understanding what it is about your own and your own thoughts and beliefs that are deceiving you, that are misleading you, that are tricking you. And I kind of feel like that's what your guides and spirit want you to know, is that this situation with this trip and them, that they're not wanting you to go and that type of thing, that there's some working out of expectations and your beliefs about yourself and the world and others that is coming into play. Like, it reminds me of the coyote spirit, which they're the trickster. They'll bring in situations to make you deal with things. And I kind of feel like this is what this is about, because it almost feels like um, I wouldn't say out of the ordinary for your parents, but it seems like they're just like, "Why are you acting weird? Why you not letting me go? What's the deal?" And it's because they're having spirit whisper in their ear, and they feel something that they just like, "I just don't want you to go." They have this gut feeling, is kind of what I feel. So let's see what else they have to say here, though. I'm curious. Why don't they want you to go on this trip? So the Queen of Wands, Wands is energy. The Queen of Wands, very fiery, very controlled, very confident, very she is very motivated and she can really direct things. And I almost feel like what I'm feeling is like your parents are looking at it going, um, they don't want to go anywhere. Like they're afraid that it's like you're fiery. I don't know if you're a fire sign or if you have a lot of fire in your chart, like Aries, Leo, Sag, but they're just like they feel like they have to hold you back because otherwise you'll set the world on fire because you're just so excited and you have all this energy about you. But okay, so you see the world definitely through that fiery joy and excitement and travel. Definitely that's the way you see the world, as an opportunity to travel the world. So let's see what else they have. Yeah. So you do, this is your adventuring spirit. You just like to jump off the cliff and go for it, right? You enjoy those new journeys and those new starts and those new beginnings. So yeah, I it seems like that it's happening for a reason, but let's see. Well, you do have an ending of a major cycle and a new beginning because you got both the world and the the full card, which is an ending and new beginning. So, you know, I really feel with that Seven of Swords coming out first that it has to do with your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets. And um, I almost feel like it's designed for you to sit down in a calm way with them, try to rein in the sag and just really have a conversation with them. Because you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Coins coming up here, which is about you finding, the nine is the hermit energy with you turning inward for your journey, and that this is you going inward to find your wholeness and your completeness. It's almost like when you let it go and you just have a talk with them, and in a very loving way, just saying, is there why, not like, why don't you let me go anywhere, but like can I ask just why you don't feel like you want to let me go on these types of things? Because I just want to understand, why it is and what's going on, and I just want to understand for myself, and if it's something I can work on, if it's that you don't trust the world or trust me or whatever, how can I work on that, um, and to gain that, and kind of approach it in a different way, um, than normal is kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, because you have the Eight of Cups. They don't trust the world. Well, they're not stupid, right? These days, it's like we have the Eight of Cups, which is leaving, behind the emotions that no longer serve you. And if it's a battle that can't be won, then it's like if they won't let you go, um, then it's about looking forward to a time when you can make your own decisions, when you'll be able to, do things on your own, and be released to, you know, travel and do whatever you want in the world. But in the meantime, it's it's like going into that inwardness and finding your wholeness and completeness in here. Try to maybe look at it as an adventure going inward, find out what you can work on with yourself, because the outside world is really a mirror. So when you feel restricted and imprisoned on the outside, there's something going on the inside that's being projected outwardly. So with that Seven of Swords and that Eight of Cups, with looking at your mindsets that are um, deceiving, what kind of thoughts and beliefs are deceiving you on the inside, and what emotions are you ready to leave behind and move to a different place in that. So I know I kind of want to pull another card too. Let me see here. I think this return of spirit is calling your name. Let's see what we can do here. We'll just ask, what is there anything that you could do about it that you're not seeing right now? What spirit knows all. So it's like, what little change can impact that there. Okay. I've got three, but I feel like the integrity is the one that was on the very bottom here. I call these the spiritual ink blot test too. So when you look at it, anything that stands out to you is a message for you. But I'm also going to read from her book to see for integrity what they can give you here. So it says this card comes to you today because your own sense of integrity is strong. So do not doubt yourself or allow someone else to shake you with accusations, should that be the case. Your integrity demands that you do what feels right. This is because your integrity is directly connected to your spiritual sense of direction, much like a compass. It helps you align with the divine plan and take right action. One of Spirit's ways of guiding us is through our integrity. And it's important for you to remember that whatever action you have taken, it was with the best of intention, regardless of the outcome. At the end of the day, it's between you and God and no one else. So keep that in mind. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It only matters what you think. That Seven of Swords, right? Just matters what you think. Your heart is good. Do not allow any outside influence to leave you questioning it, because Spirit doesn't. Carry on doing what you're doing. Just stay true to what you feel is right. That is all anyone can ever ask of you. Often, the integrity card comes to those who are here to do important work on Spirit's behalf. These people are strongly guided by their integrity, and you're one of them. And sometimes your strengths and gifts are tested so you can discover for yourself just how strong they are within you. So, this card may also come to you if you are trying to deal with someone who is out of alignment with their personal integrity. Regardless of what takes place, do not deviate from your own sense of integrity as you deal with the situation. And do not attempt to fix or change the other person. Ugh. Send them love and forgive them as best you can while you will remain strong in your own truth and integrity. I know. Boo! Send them love and forgive them, but you can continue to wear them down. And I know, you know, every country is a little different in what you're able to do, within your familial organizations that way they have and stuff. And yeah, if they don't let you go, I would trust your integrity, which it sounds like your integrity is, I don't want to go against my parents. I don't want to look poorly on them or disrespect them. And so it's like, trust your integrity, love them, love them, love them. Just give them love, and you know, just kind of tell them, you know, mom, dad, I know you don't let me go because you care about me. You know, I'd probably be worried if they were like, "Oh yeah, go. I don't care where you go. Enjoy. Bye." You're just like, "You don't care if I get hurt or anything?" Yeah, yeah. So, maybe it's that questioning the thought in your head of like, they're doing this because they're, hurting me, or they don't want me to, they don't trust me, or the world, they're just not being fair. Yeah. And it's like, you know, um, instead of looking at it in that fearful way, maybe move it to, um, they do that for me because they love me, and not everyone has that. So it's like, okay, well, if you won't let me go do this, can I go do this? Instead, you know, uh, and find out what, maybe they'll let you do something local, or, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Please ask away. And anyone else that's come into the video here, just plop your questions down in the comments below and I'll pull cards for you. If you're not currently a subscriber, though, it won't let you do anything down there. You just have to go subscribe and then it will let you immediately, um, you know, ask questions down below. Because this is my YouTube subscriber marathon where I'm giving away different items, these free readings online here. And also there's some giveaways, which you'll see in the description box below as well. All right, so let's take a look here. And I'm going to use these tarot, and we'll see here if you're going to get that job at that Trigent before October and with expected salary. All right, so let's see, what would you like Nikitha to know about this? Okay. So your first one is the Seven of Wands. You're getting spanked again. But Seven of Wands is a not be defensive type of card, that you're in a good spot. Let's see what else they have to say. Hey, Lynn. All right, so you did get some here. Yes, love is always the answer. Love changes hearts. Yeah, you never know. But also, it's like I said, when I pulled up that one card and it had a dinosaur with that thing, it's almost like I think it was like, "Arr." It's like maybe they are listening to spirit, keeping you from danger. You just never know. Wow. So you got Seven of Cups too. So you both got you got the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Then you also got the Four of Cups. Wow. And the Four of Pentacles. So you got 7, 7, and 4, 4. And then you also got the Three of Pentacles. So we're starting with this one because the Three of Pentacles, Nikitha, is really about you staying to your authentic self, right? And not listening to others, whether they're telling you, this is what you should do, and or oh, you're never going to do good at that. It's really about you standing your ground and pursuing what you want to do. And the fours are bringing in this stability, though, because the fours are like a solid table with four huge legs on it. It's a very solid foundation on it, and I really feel like that's um, a positive, solid sign that you have stability coming in, both in the Pentacles, which is your outside world and your finances and how you determine your worth, and the Four of Cups, which is your emotional stability as well. Because you see, she's in this little bubble here, but that also represents that you weren't feeling satisfied in the outside world stuff. It wasn't emotionally fulfilling on the outside. And so they're having this little nudge, having you look back within yourself, because these sevens here, think of a sevens like, if you have six of something, you have three on either side, right? So there's this beautiful open space in between where things are flowing, but a seven is something is an obstacles put right in the middle of it there for you. And it's both emotional and energetic, that there's this thing that's kind of keeping you stuck. And so I feel like they're not giving you a yes or no on this, similar to the previous one, because they're pointing you back to you. It's like they want you to look inside at these thoughts and these beliefs that you have, because you had gotten the seven of swords for that last one, and now you got two sevens for this question too. So it's like there's this obstacle that's keeping you from moving forward, but it's subconscious. It's not like um, it's something that you're is at the top of your brain, right? Where you're like, oh, I know what it is. It's like, I just feel like there's something standing in your way, but it has to do with something that's like happened before you were 7 years old. It's like something in your emotional makeup when your emotional side of you was being developed between like inception and 7 years old, that there's these emotional echoes, these beliefs and these thoughts that are impacting all this different areas, but it's being brought right smack in the middle, like I said, in between those two things, those two sides, because the flow is stopped and it's in your way and it's you can't get around it. And until you go in and look at that, I don't feel like you're going to be able to move past those. In the outside world and your emotions and your thoughts, it's like impacting, all of those areas of your life. So um I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear. I want to hear a yes, everything's going to be wonderful, but that'd be boring after a while. But this is happening for you, it's not happening to you, because once you find this release, then it'll allow you to really, really open up. Um, there's an amazing book I just read. It's called The Presence Process by Michael Brown. Let me see if I have it over here so I can show you what it looks like. My goodness. Is it on the bottom? Yeah, of course. Of course, it's on the bottom. But it looks like this. So it's The Presence Process by Michael Brown. You might be able to get an ebook pretty cheap, but it really helps you get to the bottom of those emotional things, those beliefs and those things that are blocking us, and it helps you really connect with that little child in there, because they're just like right now there's this block for you for all those areas. So, like when you say, are you going to be able to go on the trip? Are you going to get that job at that salary? They're saying no right now. There's this block right in the middle. And until that's done with, it's just stopping up all movement in your life. So, I would really, look into journaling, whatever you resonate with, of going back to that early childhood periods and just seeing what emotion, like this anxiety and this irritation and exhaustion and all of these things that's going on there. There's an emotional block that's back there. And so it's, looking back at that. So that's they're not saying exactly what the block is, just that it's in the mind, but it's all those sevens. I feel it's like around 7 years old and younger is when all that was happening, Nikitha. So, wonder if they let me pull one more card for you here. I'm gonna pull an animal spirit to see if they can guide us into what that block is. It's great, and then deep diving. Woohoo! Yeah, especially with these Virgo new moon wishes. I just did mine a little while ago. Uh, release your 5-year-old self. And Nikitha, you got the Panther spirit. Reclaim your power. So I'll read from the little book to see what else they have to tell you, but I really feel like it's that somewhere when you were younger, you felt like you lost your power. Um, yeah, because it says it takes courage to face challenges. And right now, the Panther Spirit's here to say that you're braver than you think. Now's the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed you might have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a new, braver, bolder self. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to the first courageous act towards reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes and your soul wants this. So be bold. Yeah, so it definitely says there, um, yeah, the time for dreaming about what you want, all the stuff that you want, it says is giving way to what a first courageous act towards reclaiming your inner power. So they just reiterated it again about that it's important for you to look inward to find that power that you really are, but it's about going back and feeling when you felt you lost power in your earlier years. So sometimes journaling, it's like in your subconscious, because when we hit like 7 years old, our thinking self pushes our emotional self into the cellar because it wants to fit in and be accepted. So it goes like, I can't deal with all these old emotions. It just pushes it all down, down in there. So, especially when you got the Eight of Cups too, which was all about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you. It is an emotional charged event, at least one that when you were younger, where you felt you lost your power. And it's going back there. That presence process book is amazing because it allows you to be this adult that you have always wanted in your life, one that loves yourself unconditionally, accepts yourself unconditionally, uh, picks you up and gives you unconditional time and attention, and allows you to feel what you want to feel without being, any judgment or anything like that. And so, whatever event it was, it's about going back to that so that you can be that adult that no child, even your parents and your grandparents and your great grandparents and everyone, no one ever has had the parent they needed when they were a child because they weren't evolved enough at that point to be able to offer all that to us. But as we get older, we get to become that. But you have to gain the uh, confidence or the trust of your little inner child, because it sees you as an adult and it goes, I know what you think, I know what you do and how you feel and all that, and I don't trust you yet. It's like it wants you to be authentic to it and be truthful and to gain its trust. So hopefully that helps. Like Lynn said, love, 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 because you never know, love might change their hearts, but really it's about you changing your heart, and then things will start to flow. It'll open up, that causeway and allow things to flow in your life. So hopefully that helped. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for allowing me to connect to spirit for you. And Elin, if you're still here, did you um was that a you had question marks? Was that a question you want me to pull cards on? Or were you just letting me know? Or I don't want to pull cards if you're like, no. Okay. All right. So with new moon intentions and wishes, you're wanting to finally release your 5-year-old self. Will you be able to do that, or what does spirit want you to know around that? Is that what I'm picking up? Picking up what you're putting down? I'm gonna pull a cosmic journey oracle for you. We'll see what they have to say. All right. So for Miss Sunshine. Okay. Right off the bat. Wow. Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. Card number 42. Kind of feel like that's a yes because I feel like, I'm picturing like this family tree that things pass down from generation, 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 generation. And it's like when you are able to do this inner work and to do the things that previous generations haven't, you know, it's like it's too late. When we have children in our 20s and even our 30s, we haven't reached the point of where we've been doing enough inner reflection where we can not pass on the stuff to our next generation. But the more that we do it, and the more that you share what you learn with your children, and with their children, you know, that eventually it'll stop it because you're giving them a heads up and a leg up. So let's take a look here. Let's see what it says here for this. Yeah, you've drawn the sword of destiny. Your legendary legacy awaits. An action that you take now may be felt for years or more. Your greatest work will stand against the endless tides of history, washing everything else away. Paradoxically, by trying to create a legacy, you might nullify the likelihood it'll happen. You must dare differently. And dare, of course, stands DARE. D, discover what you are uniquely designed to do. A, activate your unique genius by proclaiming your authentic power. R, remember your true mission here and why you incarnated at this time. And E, evolve your deepest dream into full service for the largest collective. And the cosmic catalyst question for this is, what is my deepest dream for the largest collective? And the little checkbox says, take an assessment that provides you with insight into another facet of your inborn genius and unique ability. They have like wealth dynamics, fascination, Kolbe, Kolbe, an Enneagram, Enneagram. Those must be like Myers Briggs or those types of things where you test to find out and assess what your facets of your genius and your unique ability are. And I kind of feel like um, with that message, it's like with that family tree and all of that, and with you finding the genius and everything within you, it's like not releasing your 5-year-old self, but embracing your 5-year-old self. And let me pull some cards on that too. I feel like I want to pull these runic tarot because it feels like it's not like absorbing your child self into yourself, but it's like it's just about loving your childhood self and allowing it, picking it up, and just embracing it and holding it and holding it and holding it and allowing it to feel without judgment. It's like it's not a problem child. It's not a problem child that needs to be solved. It's a um, child who is in pain that needs to be loved. Yeah. So let's take a look here. Yeah, you have the Knight of Wands, some movement of your energy, and King of Swords. So ruling over your thoughts and your beliefs. So it's putting this quest for new energy and being aware of too much in the mind. The King of Swords not only, of course, rules over the air because that's the sword suit, but all the kings get an extra helping of air. So he's double air. So it's totally mind. He can master his mind and his thoughts and his beliefs, but it's like moving more out of the mind and into the fiery wand energy. Let's see what else you got here too. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep. All right. So you have the Ace of Swords, which allows you, here's the swords, allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which is rooted in the unconditional love of the creator of all things. So, and it allows you to cut away the old thoughts and beliefs of the mental side of us that are rooted in fear. So it allows you to slice away and cut away these beliefs about the should be, supposed to be, the need to be, the how to be, the musts, and all that. And that's where that's what got the little that's what hurt the little child, is people were cutting it with those small t truths, telling it who it should have been, who it needs to be, who it's not. And so it has all that pain that it has. But you've got the death card, which is, of course, um, death and rebirth. So it is ready for those old thoughts and those old beliefs to end, because you've got the power and the ability to do so. But it's really being rooted in the emotional side, because you also got the moon, the Cancer moon, that Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and it's about you. Like I was telling Nikita, being that unconditionally loving, unconditionally accepting, um, unconditional time and attention that you had to fight for, that you never got, that made the little child feel uh, not worthy of time, not worthy of attention, getting the wrong attention, not the attention that it wanted, and from who, and so and how, all that stuff. It's just like the little child self just wants to be picked up, held, no judgment, no trying to fix anything, not trying to tell it what it should or shouldn't do. It's almost just like holding it in a presence of unconditional love, allowing it to be there as long as it wants to be, um, screaming at the top of its lungs or bawling or cussing or whatever it wants to do, allowing it to be in this presence and this space for it just to be it. And it didn't have to be anything else. No judgment, no, nothing there at all. So that's what I kind of feel with that. But I do want to pull an Oracle of E, because Elin, got to pull one of these for you. Let's see what else they have. What else for Miss E? There we go. Oh, talking smack. Card number 26. Let's see what this says. Wow. So it says that small thinking you've been doing, get over it. There's no reason to compare yourself to others, because there is no other like you. The only person capable of putting you down is you. So all that remains are three little questions. Why? So yeah, I love that, because that goes right into that small talking, talking with the small child. And it's like you don't have to be anyone else, and no one can talk smack to you except you. And you get to let that go if you want. Love it, love it, love it. If you have any other questions, you can throw them down in the comment box there, and anyone else that's joined. I'm doing some giveaways. I have a 30-minute personal recorded reading that's out there, and then also the uh, Hedge of Peace and Love that I just put out earlier today. So there's a giveaway playlist link down in the description box of this video. So if you're just coming in, or you are watching this video after the fact, be sure to check that out, because there's giveaways. And of course, once I reach 1,000 or more subscribers on YouTube, I'm going to give away 10 1 hour personal readings. So exciting stuff. I don't see anything else down in the box yet. So I'm going to pull a card here because, of course, sometimes people don't want to ask questions out in public and share their business. My pleasure, Elin, always. And or someone will come across this video and rewatch it afterwards. So this is just for whoever needs it. Spirit always knows. So these are the Power of Surrender Oracle. Let's see what they want us to know. Oh, okay. I guess this would be it. Since it went flying out. Oh, beautiful. Surrender to joy. Yay. And this one says, a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. Yeah, definitely a beautiful message. Whatever we focus on is what grows, and if we focus on the unjoy grows. So focusing on joy and gratitude, all that stuff grows instead. So I am loving that. And anyone new coming in, if you want to throw any questions down below, I'll be happy to pull some cards for you. Hi, Jihai. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I would love to give you a general reading. And I feel like we want to start off with one of these Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck cards for you. Right. So what would you like G to know, please? All right. I want this one on the top. Wow, beautiful card. It says all. Let's see what they have to say for that here for you. And we'll pull some tarot. It says, when you are worried about your place in the world, remember this gentle creature. Standing in the midst of a starry sky, they gaze intently at their own palms. What is contained within the space of two hands? How can any of us capture what the universe truly holds for us? It can be an overwhelming question, can't it? You could journal on that question of what is all in so many ways. Perhaps this is a reminder that we are all. Just that, all. None of us are any less valuable than the next member of our tribe. When we consider that our tribe consists of everything, like our friend in this card, we may find ourselves contemplating our own worth. For those times that it seems to be more than we can hold, take a step back, sit down, feel your own root extending deep into the earth. Press your spine against something firm like a tree or a friend. See your own head opening up to thrust up a ray of light that goes on and on and on into the sky. Repeat the following to yourself. I am all. I am enough. All is all. Chant the words as you feel everything expanding outward. Hold on to the feeling of being one with everything. When that feeling fades, start from the beginning. Look around you, dear one. Who else needs this message? It is your turn to remind another that they too are all. Wow. Beautiful. Definitely. So, I feel like we're all on this journey of worth from the second we're born until we leave and go back to the other side. But I definitely feel this um, reminder for you about how much you're worth, and that we have no idea of how priceless and how expansive we really are. But in coming here, when we stand here as a little creature with our palms going, can't fit the universe in here, we understand our bigness by experiencing our smallness. But let's see what else they have to say around that. I'm going to pull from the Sun and Moon Tarot. See what they'd like to add for you there. All right. What else for you, please? Let's get 4 cards here. Your first one is the Ten of Wands. Oppression card, it says. But the Ten of Wands, Wands is your energy, and the Ten of Wands just represents the burden that you feel that you're carrying, that you just feel overwhelmed, and that you have been carrying a lot of other people's energy. I kind of feel like, especially with what it was talking about there. When I read the piece about, it's time for you to, share and tell other people, I kind of feel like that's what you do. You give away your energy to like everyone else and you don't have any left for you. So I kind of almost feel like the opposite is like, now that you've been telling everyone else this stuff and helping support and really let people know how great they are, they're like, now it's time for you to give that to you. I love it like that. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. The giving and receiving card. I call it the codependency awareness card, which is, basically, I don't know if you can see it there, it's allowing yourself to receive that for once instead of being the one that's always giving away to everyone else, the one that's always doing something for everyone else, that it is a time for you to allow yourself to receive and allow the universe, the source, whatever you feel your higher power is, to give to you. Become a chalice, like a cup, and allow you to receive from them, and allow other people, humans, to be the delivery people that bring it to you, because you know how great it feels when you give to others. So in allowing people to give to you, it's actually a gift, is how I look at it. That's how me being a major giver uh, can allow people to give to me, going, oh, it makes them feel good too. So I'm doing something for them by receiving. Makes it a little easier, but uh, learning to be able to receive and really look into your beliefs around yourself. We'll see what else it says here too. Yeah. So you have the Seven of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, and it's kind of like the Deceiver card, but it's more of like what your own thoughts and your own beliefs have been deceiving you. And I feel that those deceiving thoughts have been about how you feel about yourself, those thoughts and those beliefs about your worth and how much you have to give in order to receive. It's almost like you have to give, like that Ten of Wands, you have to give someone 10 of something un- uh, in order for you to feel like you deserve one. And it's like this, no, you can give and receive equal. You don't have to overgive. Because that Six of Pentacles, the codependency awareness card, when you're in enabler and codependent relationships, which I'm a recovering enabler in codependent relationships, somewhere in our earlier years, we had this belief that I'm not worth hanging around or being around unless I have something to give in order for you to want to be around me. I don't feel, worthy just for being me, right? And so we give and we give and we give, and then we give until we're exhausted, until we're exhausted, and then we continue to give until we're resentful, and that doesn't turn out very well in relationships. But we also don't allow people to give to us, which makes them want to give outside of our relationships, which, whether it's friends or romance or family or whatever it might be, they'll just we teach them to take from us and not give to us. But that has to do with getting back to the emotions and the thoughts and beliefs that you have about yourself. That's what this last card is. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Yep, there you go. That's the root of these, right? Because this is the heartache, the pain, our expectations that we were taught, all that popular opinion of what you were taught when you were younger, the supposed to be's and the should be's and the need to be's, those heartbreaks that we had, those disappointments. That's what's at the core there. Let's see what else they have to say for you here too. Okay. Yeah. And I love this for you. The Power. Here you are in a very stable place. Fours are, very solid, like a table with huge legs. It's a very solid foundation. And the Four of Pentacles is the journey of one of the King of Pentacles. He loves to share this lesson he went through because he's been through all the pentacles. And it basically is that when he looked for his worth outside of himself, he felt very unstable. Um, and like we all are taught to look outside of ourselves for our self-worth, even though self-worth comes in here, we look out there for our value, which is really when you look at the definition of if I'm looking for what I'm worth to the outside world, that's retail price. That's not self-worth. That's what other people are willing to pay. And so we go and we look to relationships to define who we are. We look to situations like our jobs and our education to define who we are, situations we can get in. And then the third place we look is like our bodies, our things, our possessions, our bank accounts. But the King of Pentacles, or the Four Pentacles guy, he learns that when he look at all those things, they're all unstable because, like relationships, people change or they pass away. So those are unstable. Situations never stay the same. And of course, things in our bodies break down, deteriorate, stolen, burned down. So realize that all that stuff in the outside world that we're told to define ourselves by are unstable. And I usually use the parka coat example that a spirit gave me, which made real sense to me because they said if you wear this huge parka coat that's all warm and you're in Alaska or the Antarctica during winter, you are priceless. People are fighting over you. But if you're that same coat on a tropical island on the equator during summer, you're on the 99% clearance rack. And so that outside world is so unstable and so fluctuating, depends on how someone's feeling one day or what the season is. But when the Four of Pentacles, his journey, he was disappointed enough in the outside world that he turned inward. And in his inward search, he found the creator, the source, the big kahuna, whatever you believe that higher power is, and that they have unconditional love for us. That whole spirit realm is full of unconditional love. No conditions, not even one. It only takes one to be conditional. And it's eternal. It's not temporary like this planet. So they find within them this solid, stable, eternal thing to define themselves by, and it transforms. That's why that solid foundation comes in. So I feel like this journey of worth is coming to a head for you with all of that. You're exhausted with all trying to get everyone to raise your retail price up. And you're like, it's just a losing battle because it all depends on what they're going through. So hopefully that helped. If you have additional questions, let me know. And anyone new coming in, if you do want to ask any questions of Spirit, now I'll pull some cards for you. Just throw your questions down below. If you want a general reading, just say, hey, yes, please give me a general reading. And I'm happy to see what Spirit, Creator, all your posse of support on either side have to say for you as well. So I love that. Hi, Kaylee. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? You're in need of spiritual guidance, please, General. Absolutely. Be happy to pull a card here for you. Right, and I want to pull one of these Return of Spirit cards here for you. Let's see what we have. All right. What would you like Kaylee to know, please? What advice, guidance? None of those. All right, that's the one. Beautiful frequency shift. I love these. These are called fractal imaging, and I call them the spiritual ink blot test. So whatever you see is a special message for whoever looks at the card, but I'll read from her book as well. But I love the frequency shift message because it says you're about to experience a shift in your frequency. And this card comes to help prepare you for the upcoming event. Being ready and knowing what to expect can help you get through the transitional period. So, a frequency shift occurs when the soul is ready for the next part of its journey. However, this does not mean that our human consciousness is necessarily ready. I hear that. The things that alter during this period can be difficult to endure, but you will make it through and be much better for it. Most often, when this shift begins, we will experience depression or a feeling of needing to withdraw from the world. Usually, there are events that take place just before this shift, which cause a need to step back from the world. It is during this specific part of the transition that it feels difficult to relate to other people. Your path and your purpose may feel as though they have vanished. You are left questioning everything you have done and worked toward up to this point in your life. The intuitive faculties may also take a hit. It may seem that your connection with spirit has been completely severed, but the guidance you once received may be silent. Basically, everything will get shut down, and this happens because your energetic engine is getting a complete overhaul, and it cannot be left running while they're working on that, right? While it happens. But just note that once complete, your connection will be stronger than ever. More than likely, you will also have a new team of guides working with you. This is so you can bring through these higher energies in whatever work you do. You will be more focused on your purpose and doing the work of spirit more than ever before. Wow. Yeah, so definitely understand why you're struggling because you kind of feel like you're like, where'd everyone go? My support team isn't here. And it's like, well, it's because you're being worked on in the deep, deep, deep on the insides where you don't realize they're like way down in the third level basement. You can't even hear them doing the work down there. But I do want to pull some more cards for you here. And I do want to use these runic. Let's see what else they want you to know during this time. Absolutely. We've all been there for sure. Wow. Yeah. Hmm. So you got the star card, which is have hope. It's the wish. It's a wish card. It's connecting to your higher self and very empowering. I mean, it's one of the wish cards in the tarot. So it's like, especially with this Virgo new moon happening here in a couple hours, when it's going to hit its new moonness. It's a great time to make some wishes regarding your health and um, your the work that you do, any small pets even, but it's about your service as well to the world. Um, that's how you can. That's the Virgo energy, but you can make any wishes. 10 wishes for this new moon, and so that's something that might help is sit down and what do you wish for, what do you want to bring into your life, and have them be like, thank you for bringing me this. Thank you for giving me this. And just as you write them out, say them out loud, act as if you believe them that they're coming true, but make them positive. Not the, I don't want that in my life. I wish you'd take that out of my life, because that's what's going to grow with all of that. So you want to kind of switch that energy and kind of just keep hope because that star card is a message of hope, definitely. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles does have to do with a change of your worth. The Pentacles are your outside, how you're valuing yourself on the outside world, about feeling like you're where your uh, daily, nourishment, all your necessities that they come to you. Because this is how you feel right now, probably, the abandoned feeling, like you've been left behind. Where is everybody? They left me in the battlefield, all injured and wounded. What the hell's going on? But it is a transformational energy. Fives are about movement and thought and belief. And so, this part of this transformation that you're going through here is thinking that mankind has let you down, that people are not supporting you, people are letting you down, people are, um, like I said, abandoning you and left you for dead in a way. But the transformation happens that we realize through it all that the creator of all things, source, the mother and father of all things, the heavenly realms, whatever you believe the higher power is, that they're the ones that bring us our sustenance. That's what I was looking for, our sustenance, our daily. They may not bring you all of your remaining life sustenance in this moment, but they're going to bring you what you need right now, and they'll always make sure you have what you need right now. And against popular belief, creator does not have conditional love for us. It's unconditional. There's nothing we can do to lose the love and get out of favor with the creator. They love us so much. That whole realm loves us just beyond measure. And their resources are endless. And so they're going to bring us what we need in each moment. May not be what our ego thinks it needs, of course, but we're always going to get what we need in the moment. And the creator might send it through mankind, but they're just the delivery company, you know. Yeah, yeah, because those people can distract us. Blah 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 blah. So and definitely this is happening for, like, always happening for us, not to us. So it's this wonderful unfolding that's happening where you're realizing how loved you are and how worthy you are to receive, and you are going to receive what you need in each moment. And then it doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world, because they're not the ones that bring it. They might be the delivery company that the creator uses to bring it to us. Like, you order something from Amazon, and it arrives UPS or FedEx or post office or even an Amazon truck, but they're not the ones that supplied it. They're just ones that got it to you. And so sometimes the creator doesn't even need humans to deliver it to us. It's just going to arrive. But it is this beautiful solid foundation that's coming in about your necessities and sustenance, and that you aren't abandoned, you aren't left alone, you're so loved, and you are so taken care of. But I really like that idea of that wish list, doing the 10 wishes, asking the creator and spirit world, thanking them. It's I the way I do them is like, um, thank you for giving me, the perfect health I need for this moment. And um, that'll help transform that energy for you too. Oh, you're so gracious. Thank you so much. Definitely my pleasure. It's my honor to be able to communicate and hopefully help a little bit with the struggling there. Um, and if you have additional questions, please let me know. I'm happy to pull more cards if you want. And anyone else that's joined, please feel free to ask some questions down below. Or if you want a general reading, you can just ask and we'll see what they have to say too. But definitely love just being a channel for all those messages. I get to feel all that beautiful energy coming through. Sure, G, we can give you a love reading. And for anyone else that new that's come in, I do have a lot of giveaways that are going on. There's a giveaway playlist link in the description box below if you want to sign up for any of those. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I of course definitely appreciate you considering doing so. So that once I reach my 1,000 subscriber goal, I'm going to give away 10 1-hour personal readings. So if you are subscribed, then spread the word. Let's help people get those messages too. I love hearing about just those beautiful messages that people get. So love reading. You know what? I'm gonna pull one of these native spirit oracle cards to start off. It will be on YouTube again live tomorrow at noon and Sunday at noon. Oh, Thank you so much, Kaylee. Really, really appreciate that. And tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll be on Instagram. All right. So, gee, what do they want you to know about love? Beautiful. Flowing river. Look at that beautiful card. So let's take a look here. Let's see what flowing river brings. Yeah, everything is falling into place because you aren't resisting the drift of the great river of life. It's time to let go. You're entering a period of gracious ease and flow. All is unfolding perfectly and with good timing. When you're in a state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster, and you aren't swimming against it. Let go of the shore and enjoy the ride. Your native spirit wants you to know that rivers have personalities and carry energy, just as animals and plants do. From the Australian Aborigines and to other native cultures throughout the world, it's believed that it's important to listen to the language of the river. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you're trying to control situations or that you're being self critical or judgmental. The way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation, and by allowing others to support and help you. Heed the Native American saying, it's best to ride the horse the direction that it's going. This means that when the card Flowing River chooses you, you're being told to let go and go with the flow. If there is something or someone you need to forgive, this is the time. This is also the time to forgive yourself and just let go. They just give a little journey. So if this resonates, it says, as you shower and the water flows over your body, imagine that everything is flowing in your life. Spend time next to a river or a stream and watch the flowing waters. Use it as a metaphor to let go and enter the flow. So there is some letting go energy, obviously, through all of that. But we're going to pull a card here, or some cards from the Naked Heart Tarot, to see what else they have to add on. All right. What else for G and their love reading, please? Okay. All right. So you have the Six of Cups here. And so cups are emotions. And the Six of Cups is kind of like called the nostalgia card. And it's about going back and looking at old memories. So with everything it just said in that let it go, and there's might be some forgiveness that needs to be given to others and to yourself. There is some revisiting of old wounds that spirit is like mentioning to look at, because those things are only going to get repeated and echo forward um, until you actually go back and look at those. So there is some of that reflection that's happening. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. Because you have the Nine of Pentacles, which the nine is the hermit's journey. It's all moving inward. And the Pentacles is about your worth. And with that other reading, especially, this is about turning inward to find your worth from within. There's always a bird in the garden of the Nine of Pentacles, and you have the flamingo. But that is spirit. That is your support team, your posse team. So you're not alone in that inner journey that you're going through in there. You know, it's just not with humans. It's definitely they're having you reflect on your inner wounds there. Yeah, because you have the Three of Cups, which for me, this is a special card that represents the spiritual posse. This is all of your guardian angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones who are on the other side, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light, they are there with you. and um, how we can look at kind of going back and healing some of that Six of Cups situations is that when we have pain and we have hurt, like you had the Three of Swords with that in the heart. Um, every moment is either a choice of unconditional love of the heavenly realms or the fear of losing the conditional love of the human side. And when we are in fear, our human side, when it feels unsafe, when a little child self inside of us feels unsafe or out of control, uncomfortable, something new's happening, it freaks out. It goes into fight or flight mode. The blood, literally, a lot of it drains from our brain to fight and to run with that fight or flight to where we're not thinking. Our brain, our human brain, doesn't want us to think when it's in danger. It just wants to react in an animalistic way to protect itself, to defend itself, to try to get back in control and feel safe again. So when we're going back and looking at those Six of Cups and looking at old memories, if it's one of unconditional love, woohoo, let's focus on that one. But if it's a painful one, which is the ones that we normally, the, are normally the ones that are blocking us from, moving into love, moving into jobs, moving into different things in our life, these are the chains that are holding us back. We can go back and look at a painful memory as a powerful adult we are now, realizing that, okay, it wasn't of unconditional love, it was of fear. So that person was acting out of their minds, acting like an animal, just trying to, out of fear, trying to feel in control again somehow in some way, which doesn't come out in a very loving way, doesn't come out in any kind of intelligent or emotionally intelligent way. It's just animalistic that's going on. And if we were in fear, that was us too. And so two animals in fear usually ends up, being a little battle going on. But when we go back and we understand that it wasn't as personal as we thought it was, that they were out of their minds, I was out of my mind, I start to look at them differently. I start to look at the whole situation differently. I look at myself differently. And that allows some healing. I like to look at it as more as transformational. It transforms our memories and we start looking at them differently because we see that it wasn't as we had totally perceived it when we were back then. And that allows us to forgive because it's like when you go out to swim, like someone's drowning, and you swim out to rescue them and they're panicking and they smack you upside your head while you're trying to rescue them and you're like, why are you trying to hurt me? And then they like grab you and drag you under the water with them and you're like, why are you trying to kill me? You get them back to shore and they finally, all the water's out of their lungs and they've calmed down and they're like, oh hey, it's you. I didn't even know it was you because they were so freaking out they didn't even know. And so we start to realize, well, I understand you're panicking, so, you know, um, is there anything to forgive? I release my wrath and my pain and transform it. So, kind of feel like that's what's going on with that. I don't feel like anything is going to come your way um, until you deal with that, or it's going to be echoes of the same type of relationship that you've had in the past, which you're like, no, I'm done with that. Yeah, again, you have another 10 of wands that came in. You're exhausted, you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of investing that energy and just it's just burdensome. So you're ready. You are ready for this. So hopefully that resonated and helped. If not, let me know. And I don't laugh like I'm laughing with you because trust me, been there. That's why I laugh because I'm like, yep, we're not alone in this. And anyone else, if you have any questions or if you want to ask additional questions, G, feel free. I'm going to pull an enchanted map card here just for whoever needs it, whoever it may apply for. All right, what else do you have for us, please? All right. All right. Coming to life. Hallelujah. Beautiful card there. Number 29. Yeah, something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know, things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. Let's take a look here. So who broke off the relationship? Kate or Matt? I'm going to use these. Terra of the Divine. Let's take a look here. So give us one card. It'll be a female if it was Kate, and it'll be a masculine energy if it was Matt. That's what we'd like. Are you going to give it to us? Sometimes I get a none of our business card. I'm like, oh, well, fine. Let's see what they have to say here. We have 3. No, those just fell out. Those weren't it. I kind of feel like they want to give me an answer. They're just telling me to be patient. Great. All right. Please let us know. Who broke off the relationship? Okay, here we go. Well, it's a female energy in here. Actually, it's they're both here. Looks like the Aladdin, right? 9 of Cups. It looks, for me, that would mean it would be that it was mutual. 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, and it's emotions, and so it feels like it was a mutual decision, is what I would pick up from that. Maybe more of him than her, but um, or we hit the nail on the head. Yeah, because the card under that is the Empress. So I kind of feel like it was mutual, kind of from both sides. So it might be because what I'm hearing in my head is like whenever there's a breakup in a relationship, there might be a person who had to be the adult to end it, but both people actually broke off the relationship through actions, through non-actions, you know, which, like I said, everything always unfolds for us. So I know they didn't give me gave me both people on there, right? Male and female. It's like, okay, that's the way it goes. Right, anyone else have any other questions they want to ask? I feel like I want to pull one more card here. I'll pull another spirit animal card just for whoever needs it. Yeah, beautiful. Got card 33, another master card. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. Yeah, when horse spirit appears, you're gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It is a time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstance, you have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place or better situation, a better state of being. For there is no one but you to rein in your will to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. Horses are social animals and known to be a friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. So, horse spirit reminds you that help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companions will be by your side wherever you choose to go, whatever direction you choose to travel. Life is an adventure, and horse spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have great spirit within, invisible, yet holding you up and always walking by your side. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism and stubbornness. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go of the need to control. Oh, that letting go of control stuff. So, who loves you more? Who loves you more between those two individuals? I think I'm going to use these Rider Waite Tarot. We'll pull two cards. One will be Kate, one will be Nell. We'll see what energies uh, come in for them. All right, so the first one will be Kate. This will be what Kate feels about you. So we have Seven of Cups. Confused emotions, but kind of dreamy too. And then what's the energy for now? Oh, wow. Yeah. I think that would be Kate, according to this. Though, you know, they're always mirrors for us. So, what I feel, what Kate brings you is an understanding of your power of choice, of emotion. Instead of feeling like whenever, like with relationships with people, this is how I'm supposed to feel about them. It's like, no, you can feel any way you want about them. You have that power of choice. Instead of just having one choice of what emotion you want to feel in any kind of interaction, you can choose what you want with that. Where now is more of the big lesson bringer, because this represents Capricorn, or which is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the taskmaster. They're the ones that come in and they'll bring the work that you are to do on your inner self. And if you do the work, then you get reward. But you know, they do bring to your face in not subtle ways. So maybe Nell is a bit forward and not forceful, but just kind of blunt, or um, doesn't hold back, tells you like it is. But you can see that the chains around their necks are very loose, where they could just pull it off over their head. So it's like her purpose has been really to show you the chains that you bind yourself with. And so she's like a mirror that goes from the floor to the ceiling and is all around you, where you can't escape anything. It's like in your face. But that's kind of what I feel with that. But as far as who loves you more, I would say that Kate probably expresses her love to you more, where Nell more expresses her love for you in a different, unique way of trying to show you how you can be freer, um, but it doesn't come across as loving as Kate. But that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Right. Anyone else have any questions they want to ask? I'm being wrapping this up. It's been almost an hour and a half. So I'm going to be coming back live at noon tomorrow on YouTube, and then that's Mountain Time, and then 7:30 tomorrow night Mountain Time on Instagram, and then on Sunday be back at noon again Mountain Time on YouTube. So if you missed this and you're catching this on the flip side, you can kind of catch me on those if you want to try to catch me live where you can ask questions. So, as always, it's my privilege and my honor to connect to spirit. And I just love, sharing the messages so much. And I really appreciate your support and your love. And I wish you all a very good night if it's nighttime where you're at, or if it's daytime where you're at on the other side of the world. Have a great rest of your day, and I will be seeing you all in a few hours. Well, several hours. But thank you again for all your support. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I really appreciate you consider doing so. Make sure to check out the playlist for the giveaways because I do have several giveaways that are available. And And I apologize, G, I don't understand the question there. If you could maybe rephrase that for me. But definitely, and especially once I reach 1,000 or more subscribers, I'm going to give away 10 personal 1 hour readings. So make sure if you do subscribe to hit the little notification bell, and then that will make sure you get notified of when I put out the winter videos for my little intermittent giveaways. And then when I do the 1,000 plus, I'll put out a special video how you can get into the drawing for those. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Thank you for clarifying that. So you got a reading from someone called Boss Lady Divine or something like that. And who was that reading that they gave you? Was it about? It was about someone coming towards you. Okay. Well, so this will be the last cards that I'll pull for this evening or this morning, since it's 1 a.m. here. Let's see, who was this about? Well, got the devil card. Was that Nell? Did that make sense? Because there's that devil card again that came up for Nell. That came flying out. Yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely, um, I'm thinking that if that was them, but I'm not sure if that coming towards you is a. See if they have anything else to say here. Well, here's that 10 of wands again. So the burden that's coming in. It feels like someone that's that same pattern, the same type that you always attract. Yeah, because we have the 7 of wands. So you kind of feel like you're at a higher ground, but you still kind of feel like they're coming to get you. I don't know. I would really spend that time like they were talking about, um, spending some time going inward and looking at those old emotions that, because they'll continue to vibrate out and echo out. And so if you don't go back and look at that wound that you had and allow it to transform, it's going to continue to attract the same type of individual, which is basically kind of like a small inner child going, "Hey, trying to get your attention. I'm going to keep sending the same messengers until you pay attention to me." And I know I went through that. I had 5 longest term relationships, anywhere from 1 to 3 years, and I'm like, "Why do I keep attracting the same type of person?" And then I'm like, "Oh, because 'cause I'm the one that's the consistent individual in those relationships, because I was bringing them in." So, yeah, I'm thinking that sounds like it was now, because that devil card went flying out again. If not, it's someone similar, and it's that repetition that keeps coming in over and over and over again. So appreciate that. And if you have more questions, G, if you want to catch me at noon in about 11 hours, um, or later on Instagram, you can we can check that out and see what else that we have to say. But I'm gonna need to head off here for now. Again, I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Y'all take care.